You're listening to Triple R. Breaking and Entering is the name of this program, and we're very excited to be bringing some of the favorite tracks that Lauren and I have really enjoyed over the past year, 2020, and we're certainly looking at some of those from the first 6 months of the year today. We began that bracket with Jada G, with definitely one of the most euphoric, dance floor evocative, nostalgia-tinged house tracks with a beautiful piano arpeggiated lead running throughout it from the London-based artist Jada G. We heard Both of Us, and we also heard in the middle a very brief, or too brief actually, disco-infused groove from the New York-based artist OK Kaya from the album which came out at the beginning of the year, Watch This Liquid Pour Itself. We heard Mother Nature's Bee.
And just then, from a brand new record that has just come out called I'll Probably Be Asleep via Milk Records. It is the debut album for local artist Hachiku. Busy Being Boring was the name of the track that we lifted from that one. The project for Anika Ostendorf, who joins us now on Breaking and Entering for a very special live streamed performance, which you can catch if you haven't already tuned in via Facebook or YouTube or the Triple R website. You can see our faces and watch the live performance from Hachiku. Hey, Anika, how are you?
Hello, how are you? I'm quite well.
Excellent. Well, we're so thrilled to have you on the program today. Thank you so much for joining us, Anika.
Thank you
And
for having me.
we wanted to, of course, introduce you for listeners to Triple R over many years would be very familiar with your music. You've released on the Milk Records label, and they would also be familiar with the story of how you found a home with the label family after relocating from Germany, a really beautiful story of connection and community. You were, of course, born in Detroit, raised in Germany, completed your master's degree in biology in London, and then one day a fateful student exchange brought you to Melbourne, in contact with this city and its music community, for which we are very, very grateful. You have performed extensively and toured internationally. There's been singles, EPs, and now your debut full length. So congratulations again. Ahead of the release of the record, we were enjoying an EP of covers that you put out as well, 99 Dreams, after Nina. And something that we have heard you talk about before is that even though you are a singer-songwriter, you probably consider yourself a producer first and foremost, interested in sounds and arrangements. And we understand that the 99 Dreams EP was an opportunity for you to teach yourself a new way of working. Is that right?
Yeah, it was like in the first Melbourne lockdown. I had a copy of Ableton lying around that I hadn't used yet, and I was like, now's the perfect time to try and learn. And yep, that was it.
Well, it's an impressive demonstration of your rapid learning abilities. Can you tell us a little bit about how this album, I'll Probably Be Asleep, sort of reflects some of the new ideas and new techniques that you're exploring as a producer?
This album actually, I'd say, because I finished it when a year and a half ago, I think is when I finished the last second of recording. And to be honest, I guess there's everyone who keeps learning new skills, but looking back, I'm like, I should have done this like that, and this like that, and this like that. Like, I'm probably already fed up with how that album sounds, and I'm like, I need to make a new album. I think that probably happens to everyone who makes something, and then you listen to it again and you're like, damn it, but I guess it's fine.
Anika, in the album statement on the release, you said you liken making the album to solving a big puzzle, piecing together parts from different times and different places. Can you tell us a bit more about that aspect of music making? How do you solve a puzzle like this, and what were some of the final pieces that came together for you?
Yeah, I guess it's like life in general, how maybe it's a puzzle of how do you make sense of it. And I guess I like to see my production, like maybe my brain's quite chaotic and it's never straightforward. I know how to get to a finished song, but I end up recording random bits one day in one location, then somewhere else, some drum parts, then maybe some vocals here or there. I find an organ sound that I really like. And in the end, maybe it's like a big patchwork blanket of lots of random materials that you try and put together to make something that kind of maybe looks nice on your couch. That's what I, with every song or with the album as well, I'm like, how can I fit this together in a way that it looks pleasant or sounds pleasant?
Well, but speaking of something that looks pleasant, I understand you cleaned your room especially for us today. For those tuning in on the live stream, looks very lovely. Your studio set up at home. Can I ask you what's important to have around you to be creative in your environment? Is there anything specifically that helps you?
Well, yeah, if you are watching this, this is deceiving. It's never this orderly. I never have the keyboards stacked this nicely, and my desk is a complete mess. But I guess if you're watching, you can see my computer is probably the main thing. Very much like an in-the-box type person. Whatever I record into my computer, I can then mess around with, move left, right, repeat. Everything has to be to a click because otherwise nothing's in time. It's, I guess, quite different to when you're in a studio with a live band, just feeling the energy of the room. But yeah, a computer down here is an interface where you put your guitar into, and then some headphones or speakers. That's probably the bare minimum, and then just anything that makes some sort of sound, whether that's a Casio keyboard or guitar or my voice or my mother filling the dishwasher. I recorded that on the album, or my dog barking. I recorded that. Yeah, anything really.
Well, it's certainly a very impressive setup, and the results, of course, of all of the recording that you've done are an extremely impressive album. We've talked a little bit about some of the musical setup that you have, but we also would like to talk to you a little bit about some of the lyrics and some of the themes and the ideas that you're exploring. For instance, the title of the album, I'll Probably Be Asleep, is certainly not true in your case because you probably don't sleep given how productive you are. But we did enjoy some of the lines, or found them very thought-provoking. For instance, maybe I'll be up for it, but I'll probably be asleep, not quite what I expected this to be. And also later in the song, control your thoughts, not everything you think is how it is. We're kind of wondering if this song and maybe this album is sort of drawing attention to maybe the differences between expectations and reality, and maybe that our thoughts aren't always the most reliable judge of that.
Yeah, I think so. I think that line, that last line you said in particular, I think sometimes I get caught in that thought cycle of, is what I'm thinking actually the truth, or like what could I be other than that thought? You know, just because it's in my head doesn't mean that I could be thinking something completely else. Like that, I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, what's the state of being compared to the state of thinking, and how do they relate? And yeah, I think with like that song in particular, in high school we had to read this book called Traumnovelle, which is dream novel, and I think it's what the movie Eyes Wide Shut is based on. And the whole thought concept of that, I think the guy who wrote it was best friends with Freud. And it's that thing of like your consciousness and your subconscious, and how one determines the other, and what you want your life to be like compared to what your dreams are like, how they can overlap, and if they can overlap. Or maybe sometimes it's frustrating and you imagine your life to go one way, but in reality it's maybe a little more boring than that. Yeah, it's that balance, I think.
Absolutely.
Well, Anika, we won't keep you chatting for too long because you do have to do a live set for us, which we might throw over to you for the next little while. This is Hachiku live on Triple R.
Cool, thank you. Okay, I spoke to Dan, who's doing the sound before, because I will have to move this microphone and it is going to make a little bit of noise, so just be prepared. I'm sorry. Move it over that way. Okay, that's it. All right. Guitar, yeah. Okay, I hope you can hear everything. My name is Anika, or Hachiku. Thanks to RRR and Lauren and Simon for having me. And I'd like to start my set by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation as the traditional owners of the land that I'm on. And as a recent immigrant to this country, remind myself that I've heavily benefited from this country's oppressive past, and not forget that I'm walking on the stolen lands. Thank you all for listening. Shark attack, you know how to react. Your mother cries, you know the reason why, but do you know? Your smell, it lingers, how remnants of the past. You lick my fingers, saliva, does it last? Oh, didn't you know? My mom won't let you go. Okay, I'll drink some water. Eating chocolate right before you sing is never the right choice. But I got these pots the other day, Snickers pots on special, and I couldn't resist. The next song is called You'll Probably Think This Song Is About You.
said, avoid my lifelong regret. I won't let you down. And I'm not sure what you meant. Don't think I'll understand, but that's the way it goes. But I've not given you all that the future holds. You're not in this life on your own. And in my mind I take you all the places you want. Please don't go, no I won't go, won't be gone. And in hindsight I wonder what you were thinking about. Oh la la, my love, to take over for once. Ooh la la, dum ba de dum. Ooh la da dum ba da da. Ooh la la, dum ba de dum. Da 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 da. And I'm glad it's been said. Don't think that you regret, but that's the way it goes. And I've not done this before. Don't know what you were looking for. I won't let you down. Was I wrong to believe what you said was real? Disrespected in every regard. And in mind's mind I take you all the places you want. Please don't go, no I won't go, won't be gone. And in hindsight I wonder what you were thinking about. Well I love my love to take over for once. Ooh la da dum ba de dum. Ooh la da dum ba da da. Ooh la dum ba de dum. Da 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 da. Okay, next song. I'd like to say hello to my parents. They are watching on YouTube from Germany, apparently. They woke up at 7 a.m. Thank you everyone else also who's listening. Maybe I'll be up for it, but I'll probably be asleep. Not quite what I expected this to be. Respect the ones that care for you, not that easy to do. Your sympathy is weak and it means nothing to me. Lo and behold, reverse is what it is. Was the first time, the worst time, or just the beginning? Maybe be up for it, but I'll probably be asleep. Not quite what I expected this to be. Respect the ones that care for you, not that easy to do. Oh, you can go, it doesn't bother me. And it's true that you're exceptional, but everybody is. Control your thoughts, not everything you think is how it is. Cause lo and behold, if this is what it is, was the first time, the worst time, or just the beginning of something that I don't want to further unfold? Let it go. Cause lo and behold, what you gave is what you get. Leave your conscience behind and then live with the regrets. And someone will look out for you, that's how it's meant to be. Or you can leave whatever it means, nothing to me. And don't seem to let things go. And don't want to let you go. Cause lo and behold, what you give is what you get. Leave your conscience behind and then live with the regrets of something that I don't want to further unfold. Let it go. All right. I keep forgetting that people can watch it on the internet. And I need to not scratch my back under my t-shirt or something. I will play one more song. This one is a cover by a German band called Nina. It's about 99 balloons on the horizon and a president that mistakes them for fighter jets and shoots them all down, and a nuclear war starts and the whole world breaks down, and in the end nothing's left except for one balloon to remind ourselves of how doomed humanity is. But it's quite a heavy song actually. Thanks so much to RRR and Simon and Lauren for having me, and the whole RRR production team that set up this whole live from home streaming scenario. Have a nice afternoon and day, everyone. Hast du etwas Zeit für mich, dann singe ich ein Lied für dich von 99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Und denkst du vielleicht grad an mich, dann singe ich ein Lied für dich von 99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. hinterher. Lang zu geben, wenn so wäre, bei Wandor am Horizont nur 99 Luftballons und 99 Decision Street, 99 ministers meet to worry, super scurry, call the troops out in a hurry. Oh, this is what we waited for, yeah, this is it, boys, this is war. The president is on the line as 99 red balloons go by. And it's all over and I'm standing pretty. When this dust there was a city, and if I could find a souvenir, yeah, just to prove that the world was here, and here it is, a red balloon. I think of you and I let it go.
That was amazing. Thank you so much, Anika. You've been listening to Hachiku live on Triple R. Thanks very much to our live stream sponsors, Young Henry's as well. And thanks to everyone who's been listening or watching Hachiku's performance via the Triple R website or social media pages. If you happen to miss Hachiku's excellent performance just now, you can listen back via Radio On Demand or watch it via Triple R's website, Facebook or YouTube channels as well. I want to say a huge thank you as well to the Triple R Live to Air team, to Bez and Dan as well for that one, and for all the live stream performances this year. They've been thrown a bit of a curveball with no Triple R performance space, that's for sure. Thanks so much, Anika. Have you got a lot of reverb on that mic? You might need to talk to us on the other one.
Let me get my big good mic. Can you hear me better on this one?
It's better. Are you okay holding that like that? We wanted to just mention quickly that your full band are going to be performing another live stream set soon on Sunday, December 13, live from the forest. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so that one's, I guess, live set but pre-recorded. We went to the forest the other week and set up some instruments there. And yeah, you can watch it on Baby TV. Sunday morning, 11 a.m. I'm pretty sure.
Amazing. We'll definitely be tuned in. And yeah, I just wanted to reiterate what Lauren was just saying. A huge thank you for such an incredible live stream set today, and such beautiful songwriting, of course.
Thank you.
Amazing album and amazing performance. And we would also like to say, send greetings to your parents in Germany who are watching the stream as well. And we're looking back over the first half of 2020 on the show today, certainly some favorites, albums and some favorite songs from you. This next track we're going to play, we understand, is an artist that you've really enjoyed this year as well, Perfume Genius. Have you been listening to this record a bit?
Yeah, I actually got it on vinyl. I hope this isn't too loud, me holding this mic, but I got it on vinyl the other day, delivered. I love Perfume Genius.
Awesome. What is it about the record that really sort of resonated with you this year?
I think just the one, I really love the production. Blake Mills, who produced it, did something which I really admire with when you achieve to create something where I listen to it and I'm like, I've got no idea how this sound was created. Sounds like, I don't know, like bed springs in a forest under a blanket, or like recorded through whatever. Like, it's kind of just magical. It's not a guitar, it's not a synth, it's not a string-based instrument, it's something bizarre, and I just love that about the production. And then his songwriting is just so beautiful and to the point. Like, you can just, the lyrics really draw you in, and yeah, I think Jason, that's one of my favorite songs. You feel like you're just part of that story, like sitting in the corner of the room.
And that's such a magical description of it. Thank you.
This is the track Jason, as we take a look back at some of our favourite tracks from the first half of the year on Breaking and Entering. A huge thanks again to Anika Ostendorf, aka Hachiku, for that special live performance.